In this video, I'm going to give you the raw, unfiltered version of exactly how my clients are able to use Instagram to get clients themselves. And I'm going to go through my top 5 clients that I have had come through the program. And I'm going to show you their Instagram pages, exactly how we set up the Instagram ad system step by step and what they were doing to continue doing it with the content, with the ads. I'm going to show you literally everything, and I'm going to walk you through exactly step by step what we did for each client. So without further ado, I will jump right in, and I'm going to start with my first contracting client here. So he does remodeling, he does exteriors, he does roofing, he does interiors. And so with his Instagram page, he came to me and he didn't really have a presence. He had 250 followers. He had some videos on his page. He was creating content before, but it wasn't that much content. And he was really just using word of mouth, and I think he was using Nextdoor to actually get most of his leads. And it was working good enough, but it wasn't working to the level that he wanted to. And when we had our meeting, we had an in-person meeting, he was like, I am missing something. Like, I need something that is just going to explode the business. I have everything ready, but I have one piece that I'm missing. And that was Instagram ads. He was missing the one piece of being able to have a optimized Instagram with content, with ads, with a system on the back end to actually get the leads through the door and turn them into paying clients. He was missing that system. So this is what we implemented into his business. So first things first, you always need to start off with the bio. So the bio right here needs to do 4 things, and this is going to be with any business, you need it to do 4 things. So first thing is the location. Where are they located? So DMV. So we have the location. The second thing is what does your company actually do? So exterior and interior experts. We also have Villa Exteriors and Remodeling. We know they do remodeling, and then elevating homes with excellence and expertise. That is all part of it. So we know what he does: remodeling, exterior, and interior expert. The next thing that we need to know is an achievement. So trusted for quality and durability. So if you were like a luxury contractor, you might say trusted for a luxurious experience, something like that, or trusted for a luxurious finish, something like that, where you are telling the audience what you actually do. And then you can also have something there that's like, um, 500 plus Google reviews or 5 stars. Like you can put stuff like that, 10 years in business or whatever achievement that you have, over 500 homeowners helped, put that into the bio. And then the last thing is you always want to make sure there's a place that somebody can go to get more information or for a free quote. So we have a spot right here where it says DM Villa for a free quote. So it's pretty simple. And then this link right here, if you click on it, that is for his Google Business Reviews page, and then also um, request a quote or free inspection, so a booking page. So that's just a bio. And again, we do that for each one of our clients. We actually walk you through exactly how to set up your bio in the correct way so that you can start getting clients looking professional and people have an exact flow of exactly, again, where you're located, what you do, an achievement, and then how to get more information from you. And then also, here's another thing. So we want to make sure we're taking all of the testimonials, reviews, anything that we have and putting them into a story. So, or a highlight, I mean. So you want to post them on your story, and you would find all the ones that you have and then just post them on your stories and then put them in a highlight. So this is what we did with Kevin so that when people come in from the ad, they can see that as well. So here's the main thing. Kevin takes his Instagram really, really seriously. So what we did is we started off with an ad that talks about homeowners' pain points. It calls them out in the first few seconds of the ad. And again, it talks about their pain points. And then the call to action is to follow you. We're not pitching services. We're not doing some random BS. We are just basically saying, who is this ad for? We're talking about pain points of that homeowner. and then we're having a call to action, which is just going to be to follow the account. So that is exactly what we did. So we ran this first video as an ad. Actually, all three of these videos we ran as an ad. So we ran this one, we ran this one, and we ran this one. So this one in the middle here, that was the main ad that we had created together. You can see it has a ton of likes, ton of comments, very good engagement with this ad. With this ad alone, he was able to do a ton of jobs, a ton of work. He's still running this ad because he's getting leads from it. And then this ad as well, he got a lot of people through the door with this one. And then this is a client testimonial. So the reason why we have these ads is, all working together is because there's going to be different angles that actually resonate with a homeowner. So we had this ad, which is basically saying we are different from other companies. This ad was uh, the ad that's actually calling somebody out, and then it's the one that's generating the leads to get people to the page. And then this is like a trust building ad. So we have a homeowner that Kevin was actually working with, and we had her get on camera and actually talk about how great Kevin was. And then everything else, we have client testimonials. We have videos of Kevin actually going and doing the work, more client testimonials, more finished products, more people that he's working with. So with this content, he's posting a lot of client testimonials where he's with the client on camera. He's also posting every time he gets a new customer because people want to see that you're getting customers, you're doing work, and then when they see that you're also working on camera, like it just blows up your business. So all the clients that he's working with, all the jobs that he's going to, he was able to get a reached out to by the Nationals. So he was able to collaborate with them. He was also reached out to by the Wizards. So he was working with a baseball team and a basketball team from his Instagram ads. And then all the rest is just client testimonials, running some of these as ads, and literally just making good quality content. And he is in camera all the time. He is showing up on camera. That's the thing that most contractors miss. They are not on camera. They want to hide behind some of these pictures that Kevin has here, but the thing is Kevin puts himself on camera. And so when he actually goes to meet somebody, they feel like they already know him. And that's the part that most contractors are missing, and that is exactly what I help businesses out with is getting on camera and talking. So that is Kevin's page. And I'm not going to get to the nitty gritty of like how to actually turn somebody into a client. I'm not going to go into that. That is for you to actually learn once you're in the program. But let's move on. So we have a plumber and remodeler. So, well, let me go back real quick. Kevin started with, again, 250 followers. He's at like 4,200 now. So, quite a few followers. And then Daily on Plumbing and Remodeling. So, he does plumbing and remodeling. This is Julian. Love Julian, great guy. He started with us and he was just posting pictures like this. So he came to me because he didn't know how to break into residential. He was doing only commercial work with his plumbing and remodeling company and mainly just plumbing commercial work. So we had a meeting in person again and he was like, I don't know how to get into residential. I don't know how to do it, and I don't like being on camera. And I told him basically two things. I said, one, if you want to be in residential, you need to build trust with the homeowner. And two, if you don't like being on camera, then you can't work with me and you gotta find somebody else. But if you are willing to actually get uncomfortable, I promise you it'll work out. So he was like scared and he still was like, okay, but I'm going to do it anyway. So we did it. He signed up and we started making some videos for him. So we made some videos for him. We have some ads running right now with him, but we made videos of him with, well, I think he made this one himself, but this is what I teach in my program. So he's making client testimonials, he's making videos, we're making some videos for him as well. But again, here's the thing, he's on camera, he's talking. So when people go and they're like, "Hey, Julian, I need something done," and then he goes out, they feel like he already knows them and they already know him. Like it's literally just the craziest thing ever. You will close people so fast because they just feel like they know you, and that trust is just built like that. So we had these videos up and he started very brand new. I think he had like 25 followers on this account. Now he's had 1,000. And this is in the past like 3 or 4 months. And he's been able to pull in around $28,000 just off of Instagram. basically starting from scratch. And then he also was able to, hopefully he gets this deal, but have a, it's not an investor, but somebody who wants him to build a bunch of mini homes. So that would be upwards of like 500,000 plus in the pipeline. So that was Julian's results. And then I didn't even mention Kevin's results. But he was able to make $40,000 within 3 months in the program, and now he's doing way more than that. And then let's move on to some other types of industries. So we have Essentials by Elena. So Elena, she came to me and she had just opened up a new location in Tyson's Corner. And she was basically like, I have no idea how to get clients. Like, I am just using the referrals and word of mouth. I'm just relying on that. And all of the clients I had before, I'm just having them carry over to this new location, but I have no idea how to get new clients. So I was like, okay, perfectly fine. She liked being on camera. And the thing was, it was just like she had no system to actually turn the attention into paying clients. So she was struggling with it. She had a good amount of followers already, but she was really, really struggling with this. So what we did is, again, we made an ad calling out the right type of person for her business. We did some interviews where she's on camera so that people would know a little bit more about her. And then all these other videos is like stuff I'm just saying and teaching, like, hey, you need to go make these types of videos where you're showing you're working with clients, you're on camera, make some funny videos. Like you got it, just go and do this. And so that's exactly what she did. She made some of those videos and she started taking off. So now she went from, I think it was $2,000 per month. Or it was either like zero or it's like $2,000 per month to now making like 10 to 15K each month with her ads with Instagram, and pretty much everything came from Instagram. So Elena, great person to work with, runs a med spa, and you can see that this is just working with each type of industry. I'm gonna have two more industries that I talk about, but this works for your business regardless if you are doing junk removal or you are a med spa owner or you're a chiropractor or you're a real estate agent. This works because all it is getting on camera, running the ads, and then having a system in the back end to actually convert the people that are coming in, the followers and the leads, into paying clients. So it's really simple once you learn it. But again, you gotta show up on camera and you gotta be able to actually make content and run the ads. You don't have to make a bunch of content, but you got to actually put effort into doing this and it works out for you. So this is Med Spa. So again, if you run a med spa, you're a chiropractor, very, very good. And Elena, like you can go through all these pages, but Elena here was not the best on camera, but now she is really good on camera. She knows how to memorize lines. Like she's very, very good on camera because she just started, right? A lot of you don't even want to start. A lot of you don't even want to make content. And that's why you're going to fall behind because you're not able to just get over that fear. A lot of you don't want to invest in somebody who will do marketing or teach you marketing because you are scared that you're going to invest and lose the money, right? The people who are scared, the business owners that never invest or never get on camera, they're the ones who stay stuck. They're the ones who stay in the same spot. That's probably why you have plateaued with your income or you haven't been able to make the income each month that you actually want to make because you're not willing to invest in your skills and you're not willing to actually show up on camera. So just think about that. You're watching these videos, you're on the outside of the program. If you get in the inside of the program, you can learn all the same stuff. So let's move on to Manuel. So he is a very unique type of business. He does luxury modern vending machines. So this was the first luxury vending machine client that I had and the only one that I had. And I haven't even gotten any more leads for like luxury vending machine clients in the past, like, what was it? That's like 8, 9, 10 months that I've been out here in the DMV. Haven't gotten a single one. But Manuel, amazing guy. And he came to me. He was like, I have a VA who is doing cold calling. So he had somebody in the Philippines who was cold calling businesses and trying to basically close them or get a meeting. And what was not working about that was there was no trust. It's cold calling. He had the VA. He was calling a ton of people, a ton of businesses, a ton of HOAs, a ton of apartments, and nothing was sticking. Why? Because there's no trust. So that didn't work. He came to me. He was like, I have no idea how to get more contracts. So he was getting like one contract every 6 months, if that. And so what I did and what we helped him with is just having an ad and having other content to build the trust that he obviously needed to build before somebody was going to be like, hey, can you put your vending machine in our apartment? He's going B2B, so the trust needs to be there. So, again, if you guys do any commercial work, this still works for you. But what we did is we had an ad that we were running. In this ad, it went crazy. He was able to, um, again, I think it was 4 contracts in the 3 months he was able to close, and these were pretty big contracts. He was getting reached out to by government agencies and HOAs and apartment complexes and big companies that are here in the DV and across the country. So he was able to get those types of leads off of Instagram. And he was just running ads. He showed his face and he got the leads. And what's funny with Manuel is he knew it was going to work, so he took action and then he just paid in full. And he was like, I know this is going to work. And he went all in and then he made it work. And that's why he is able to get the results he did. And then he posts content consistently, even if he's not in all of this content, because he made this content up here and he's running these types of ads with him in it, people are automatically going to trust him, even if he's not in all the content. So, that's Manuel, great guy. He again got like 5 contracts within 5 months of working, and typically he would get one contract within 6 months of working. So he added $10,000 per month to his monthly recurring revenue from those contracts, and he's going to make more and more and more and more. So on to the last but not the least, Andrea. So Andrea is a dietitian and she was working a part-time job. Now she has a successful dietitian practice and she started out at I think it was 500 followers. So it's crazy what everybody like starts off with and what they really get to. So again, making sure the bio, everything is actually optimized. I'm not going to go through everybody's bio. I just need to go through the first one and you guys get the idea. But bios optimized, highlights optimized, and then with the content. So this content, again, a lot of her is is just going to be in the content. She's going to be in there a lot. She's going to be showing exactly what she does, what she experienced, and that's what she does. Is like you have to speak to the pain points of your ideal client. And that's exactly what she does. We made one ad, it did super, super well. That's how she was able to get all those followers. And then we made another ad that was more specific to the exact type of client that she wanted. So we went broad first, and then we went really, really direct and specific with that second ad. So this was the second ad right here. And then the first ad was right here. So you can see 6,000 likes, 122 comments. Like this one absolutely went crazy. And then, yeah, this was the second one up here. So all of these clients are following the same framework. There's obviously stuff that happens in the back end to make this work. Even if you just had the ads and the content, it would do well, but it's still not going to actually get you the clients that you want because there's other stuff that you have to do after it. So I just want to share this with you guys so that you know relying on referrals is not the way to go in 2026. You probably built your business up to where it is now, but it is not going to be the thing that scales you past that. You have to have a system that can predictably bring you in leads every single month, every single day, and you have to have a system where you can build trust because we're in a trust recession. If you are not building trust with your content and showing client results and client testimonials, if you're not doing that, you're going to find that these newer companies that are popping up and making content start taking your market share. And then you're going to be like, well, what are happening to my leads? That's what I notice when I'm speaking to a lot of companies that are running Google ads or Yelp ads or Thumbtack. They're like, oh, this was working and now it's not working as well. That's what happens when you don't adapt. So again, you either adapt or you are going to get left behind. But You gotta do one or the other. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to book a call to see exactly how you can implement this into your business and start getting leads every single day, there will be a link to book that call down in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.